Let's do it. What's going on, YouTube? I'm gonna give it a few minutes, see if anybody hops in here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I hate how this didn't grab that BitUnix fib. That really makes me upset. Let me get rid of that though. We don't talk about that here. That's Discord stuff. But failed to take that 786 wick. Yada 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 yada. This looks like it wants to roll over. We got hidden bullish divergence. Man, I'm looking. I'm looking up. We'll see if it holds. It's up, Jet. You know, for argument's sake, I'll find the entry for you. Where'd it go? There it is. The 10-2? 12? One of these. No. Maybe. I mean, you could even get in up here and it's still not terrible. 4-1. That's a terrible entry. Something like that in a perfect world. But we didn't take the low. So we'll see. We still can come down for this low. It could happen quick. I just realized that. Do you guys hear me twice here? I gotta mute myself. Hold on. I'm tired, guys. I had 2 cups of coffee, 1.5, almost 2. I'm getting a little tired. Give it like another 2 minutes. We'll see if anybody else hops in. If not, we will make money. We got some cool stuff to talk about, though. We got some Discord updates coming out today. Made a couple changes, and I think people are gonna like it. I like it. And we'll go around a little bit. We'll see if we can get anybody else in here. But give me 1 second. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of water. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it right. Lick it good. My neck, my back, and my. What you know about that? Catch me outside, homies. Okay, cool. Yeah, then I didn't have the other audio on. Oh, my fishing poles are everywhere. They should not be here, but they are. My wife loves it. All right, what are we going to do here? Who knows? Not me. Do TP or not do TP? That is a question. Hold on. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, buddy. I'm not TPing yet. I did market smash pickles. I just didn't say it because it happened quick. All right, let's fucking dive in. Let's dive in. Pinkies up. Don't you forget it. All right. Well, for starters, where we are, this is a long zone, right? This is a long zone. Um, Higher time frames don't look like they're 100% done, but it could be looking for a little cool off soon, right? It could be, right? We got a lot of bearish divergence coming in. We did tap, or we did not tap. I'm sorry. This higher time frame supply, we just barely front ran it. We did not tap into this 8 hour supply, obviously. So I am anticipating that, right? This money flow is saying there may be a little more. So, and even if we do come up, like we can still come up, put in a higher high, and still have that curvature to the downside for some bearish divergence for a bigger drop once we get into this zone. We get up in here, we get things start to look bearish. We get a little flip right here. I don't know why I made that the cursive. You know what I mean? If we can get a retest, boom, you look in the short. I'm looking at short. But we won't know until it gets there. We don't know what it's going to do. Let me go. Okay, good. Okay. So I'm just going to go from the weekly. Weekly, we got the bullish divs. As far as the weekly is concerned, let's go to the 2 week actually. No, that is wrong. That's better. 2 week money flow still in the green. We have bearish divergence, oscillator reset. We came down into some good demand. We could be looking to bounce. If we do not get above this 98,000, right, we should rotate back down. It's higher time frames. It's that simple, right? Either we're going up or we're going down. If we can't take it 98, we should be looking to roll back down to 60. We got to take one of these highs or lows. We don't have to do it now. Delta Chi, Delta Chai, Delta Sh. We got to take one of them eventually, right? There's a lot of structure in between to be had. Eventually, we should be taking one of these highs or lows. Yeah, we don't have hidden bullish divergence, right? I mean, this could, listen, right? We get that on this 2 week, bad shit's going to happen. You heard it here first, right? We get this in the 2 week, the 1 week, the 2-3 day, the 1 day, the 4 hour, the hourly. You short the titties out of that when those all line up, it's going to be bad if that happens. But I'll tell you guys in the Discord if it's going to happen, or if I see it happening at least. But it's not. That will not be good. I promise that will not be good. I'm just going to hop up to the daily, guys, right? Nice curvature. Money flows in the green. Locally, that was a little too local. Let's get up in here like this. Locally, okay? One, two, three. We didn't take the low. Makes sense, right? Because boom, 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 boom. This is the structure. Took the high again. What's the plan? Are we going to continue higher, or are we going to roll over? We do have green money flow. Yes, we do have bearish divergence coming in. It's not confirmed yet, right? It looks like we're going to potentially put it in, but when? Right? We don't have this can hang out for a while, and then we can, and then sometime this week we can be up here and then come down, right, in a few days. It doesn't have to happen right now. Okay, just checking. Um, the 12-hour, right? SFP. The reason I'm saying another SFP is because we don't have two black candles here. So for Brian, that doesn't count. Let's see if the close wick base will do it. No, it does not, because we don't have the 100% same rules. Let's show the 16. Oops. No, bring that back. Yeah, see, like this candle makes it iffy. Yeah, I don't know, guys. In theory, where's that shift button? This is another SFP on these higher time frames, right? We're failing to close above. It's a big wick. It's a big buyback, but we came really close to a big level. But things are not looking horrible. Things are not looking the best. Things are not looking horrible. So now, right, we broke bearish in the 4, right? Because I like the 4. The 4's good time frame. A lot of people use it. But we broke bullish again. We came down into some demand, right? And we broke bullish again, right? So we went up, SFP bearish, into some demand, broke bullish. We need to close below 77,000 even, just about, for me to say we're going lower. I'm not saying there's not shorts to be had, but you can't be looking at 75,000 if we don't take 78, right? You can't, or 77, whatever. You can't look lower. It just doesn't make sense to. So right now my anticipation is higher, even with all of this bearish divergence, because on the higher time frames, that is, right, we have this nice curvature, right? We do have this nice curvature. It's not really looking the same on these lower time frames. Like, yes, we have it, but it's not as aggressive, right? Oh, wait, what did I do? There it is. No, I wanted the 6 hour, right? It's a little more, the higher the time frame you go, you have a little more aggressive divergence. So I think that these, like the hourly, the 4 hour, the 30 minute, the 24, I think they have a little more time to tell a little bit of a story. I could be completely wrong, right? That's very possible. But I just don't think it's do or die short time yet. So with this SFP, I have to be looking for this high to be taken around 80 grand, whatever that was, 80,600. If we come up into here and I get confirmations for a short, yes, I'll look to short it. But if we don't, like I said, I can only anticipate this high to be taken. Come up into this supply, this higher time frame. We got order blocks of imbalance up here. We got unmitigated daily and up supply. It makes sense to come up here. What else? This is really my zone, right? That's what I would like to do, because we do have bullish divergence on this daily, right? We have this little baby double bottom here, and then nice curvature to the upside. Like I said, I just don't think it's done. What would be really interesting is if we make our way up here, right? Start to range a little bit, then really start to put in some bearish divergence, right? Maybe we'll do this, right? Take the high, have some hidden bearish divergence, and then do this while making new highs, and then drop. That would make a lot of sense too, right? And keep in mind, guys, we don't have to come up and then immediately die. We don't have to do that at all. So this is what I'm looking at here. 15 minutes a little choppy, right? We come up into this zone. You could be looking to short. If you get your confirmations, I don't see anything wrong with shorting that. As long as if the 5 minute doesn't look bearish, I'd have a hard time shorting it. And I know the structure's bearish, but like if we, right, we have bearish divergence here. We have a random oscillator reset here, putting some hidden bearish divergence. But like if this money flow is continuing to creep up, like, yeah, we can still do this, right? Just play it accordingly. At least that's what I'll be doing. I would like some bearish divergence. If I'm taking this 15 minute short, I would like the 5, the 3, the 2, most of those to be saying, okay, we should be rolling over to the downside. If we don't, like I said, even if we do reject here, I can only anticipate it's going to make for a higher high, higher low, higher high internally, of course, until we break this high at 79.9. So we'll call it 80,000. That's honestly it. I can't, if we take this low here at 78, whatever it is, the low that we made at 6:30 a.m. this morning, plus or minus, and we're doing something like this, and we take this low, and we put in some bullish divergence, yeah, like there could be a decent long to be had in here, right? Absolutely, especially if we SFP this guy, right? If we SFP this guy, then yeah, like that could be a really good long. I don't know if they're going to give it to us like that, though. I don't know if they like us enough to give it to us like that. In the perfect world, we're going to come down, hit this liquidity, and then maybe rip. But we do have that 4-hour bearish. You know what I'm saying? Like money flow too. We got on the money flow. We got on the momentum. But I do think there is a little bit more upside to go. And if not, the signs are there. I just don't have an entry just yet, especially because I didn't get in here. We didn't really tap this supply. I don't love that. Like where's the, like we don't really have, we have some curvature here maybe, right? Because this is immediate bearish divergence. And then we have this hidden bearish divergence. But then what are we doing here, right? If we come up, yeah, I mean, I guess we can come up and roll over, but like the money flows in the green, it's just not looking like this, like, right? Look to the upside. This looks really good for a move up. We don't have that for the move down. And I don't need it to look that pretty. As long as like the 15-minute and up are looking pretty like that, that's great. But I do need the 5 to tell me it's likely, right? I'm not going to short a 1 hour if the 5 minutes saying, no, we're not ready yet. If the 5 minutes very iffy, it's a different story, right? If the 5 minute doesn't know what it wants, but the 15, the 30, and the hourly know what it wants, I'm going with those higher time frames all day long. Yeah. I'll give it to you guys broad here. Not like that 786, to be fair. This is a decent short idea, right? The long idea already played out. Like it just did. Or you missed the entry at least. If we come back down, you can get it again, right? If we don't come into this supply, we come back down, you could be looking for a long over here to do the same thing, right? Maybe take this order block here, cover a low, because if this theory is correct, the low should not be taken. Take it up into supply, maybe even cover just a little bit in case you get a little baby SFP, right? You'd be looking at something like this. I don't think that's going to play, and especially if we tap into this, I'll be very hesitant to add a trade like this because this would grab the liquidity to continue down, right? What else? What else am I looking at here? I think that's pretty much it. You guys got any questions? You want to look at something different, something specific? While I wait for you guys, let's talk about the Discord. So Discord is now free, guys. It's free. It's going to be there's going to be a tiered system, and so the second you click the link, you're going to be unverified. You need to verify. Okay, you need to agree to the terms and conditions. It's pretty much just saying what everything else is saying, right? To cover my ass and tell you not to be a dick, basically. Because none of it's financial advice. So I need to tell you guys that, right? This is all entertainment stuff. You got to trade at your own risk and don't be a dickhead, right? That's just everything in life, right? You're on your own and don't be a dick. So Discord's free. Click that link, verify. You will be a tier 0. Tier 0, you'll have access to just kind of view some stuff. You can get my links. So basically, if you use my links, right now, there's a BitUnex link in there. After a certain amount of volume traded, you can get bumped to tier 1. Tier 1, you have access to all the live chats, the general chats, the live chat rooms, live trading rooms, signals, not really signals, but overviews, macro. Um, we have weekly recaps, so we'll be going live to go over those. That way you guys can come in, we can talk about what you guys did and what we all may have missed and whatever we did good or wrong or whatever. And then there's also a tier 2, X amount of volume, and they will get. Let me I don't want to misspeak here. Let me see. Yeah, so they're going to get actually like a few scalping setups each week, weekly private calls. So maybe 1 or 2 private calls for the tier 2, and weekly giveaways. Tier 1 will get bi-weekly giveaways. Tier 2 will be weekly giveaways and what's called fee rebates, right? So a percentage of your fees you'll get back that you trade with. So basically, as long as you're trading already, guys, you're an active trader, it's the same shit, right? So there's not another monthly subscription for you to do what you're doing anyways, right? You just come and do what you do and you'll be good to go. And that way you guys can stay in other discords and stuff too, find out what you really like. But there's no reason to have another subscription in my opinion. As long as you guys are trying to support and the community and whatnot and do what we got to do, we'll have those giveaways. Tier 0 we'll do a bi-weekly 1 month tier 1 giveaway as well. All this stuff is random. The bi-weekly giveaways, the tier 2 will be you'll get 3-to-1 entries, so you'll be more likely to win. So this is going to be trading cash, and for tier 2 it's going to be rebates for your fees. I'll get you the fees back, some of them at least a certain percentage. And the tier 1 will just be it'll be just be trading cash on BitUnix. I may have some other things in the work for some other giveaways. I don't want to get up on that yet. Nothing's official, but there should be some other stuff in the pipeline for giveaways. So basically, you're just going to do what you're doing anyways, and you're going to get access to a Discord server with giveaways. That's all you got to do. Do what you're doing anyways. Maybe come learn, come chat, help some others, and giveaways. Right? So I don't have anything to look at. You mainly covered everything. Cool, Pickles. Appreciate you. Sol Ondo, please. You got it yet? Yeet. Let me check that trade. We're looking good. So once you get in the Discord, right, you're gonna verify. You got to click that check mark. You're gonna get a welcome thing from Carl, the Carl bot, and then you're gonna go to how it works, and that'll break it down for you. So for the first month, I am going to be giving away a free week of tier 1 to everybody. You just got to accept everything and then DM me, okay? And then with that, I'll give you a free week. And then if you show me proof that you actually are going to use the links and you are anticipating, continuing with the community, I'll give you another week just to get you up to par. And then if you hit the volume threshold for tier 1, which is not a lot, guys, then you'll just stay. You'll stay in tier 1. That's all. Super simple. Super simple. Long story short, you just got to do what you're doing anyways. That's all. Just use my link, at least for some of it. The link is in the description. So I highly encourage you guys to go check it out. Get in there, get a little rowdy, respectfully, of course. And let's see what we can do. Let's see if you guys like it. You guys find any quirks or anything you like, you don't like, let me know. Right? This is fresh. So I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. So, and that's how I'm going to be doing my giveaways going forward. So, obviously, like I've talked about giveaways in here before. I was doing a little chatter with my guy, and I think I'm going to do it in the Discord, and it's going to be volume based. That way, everyone kind of wins, right? Everyone kind of wins, and no one's being taken advantage of. Quality only. So let's hit up Soul. Any questions on that? Let me know. I know that was a long rant and I repeated myself. Sorry, I didn't plan it. As you guys know, I just fucking send it. Bang. And we do have some people in there too. right now. We have, how many people are in the Discord right now? 13 if you count me already. You know, I don't think that's too shabby. All right. Sol and Ondo. Sol, anything specific on Sol, or you just want to know what it's going to do next? Oh, yeah. See, this is why I stopped looking at Sol a while ago, right? We are in this bullshit. So higher time frame, man. Like this range is still valid. The supply is still valid. Yeah, I know we dipped our toes into it, but it's still valid. I promise you that. To make you supply this low is still very important. So when you're looking at the 4 hour, what's the next moves? Well, either we take the fucking high at 106 or we take the low at 67. On the 4 hour, it's that simple. On the daily, we have a higher supply zone. And I'd probably take that wick too, because there's a lot of, that's where we broke the range. So on the daily, same thing. Like we come up into this zone here, this range, 116 upwards of 149, 150. We can still rotate right back down to this low at 67. So, but that's what's next, right? The daily, either we're taking this high or we're taking this low, or we're coming up into this range to reject, or we're going to come down to bounce. I know that sounds stupid, but if we go down, in my opinion, we're more likely to take the low. If we go up, there's a lot of room, a lot of liquidity to give us fuel to reject here, hit our heads, and then continue back to the downside. The 4 hour zone, same shit, guys. Same concept, at least. Right? If we can get all the way back up into here, and we can put in, grab the liquidity off of this guy, this high at, come on, 97, 97.68, roll right over, right? If we come up into this and then we start seeing signs of weakness, like, you look to take it. And if it looks, if these higher time frames are agreeing, like, yeah, you could target the low at 67. Obviously, I'd be looking at like this liquidity here to take some profits. But I mean, for now, right? Because if we do this, let's just say we do this, and you get in somewhere, right? Because we get a break here. Obviously, you got to be looking to take some profits here, right? Unmitigated stuff potentially here, unless it's looking super, super, super bearish. Like you really need to be taking your profits anyway. So I don't want to get too into how to do it. It depends how the structure plays out as we're moving into that zone. The hourly, week break, and I was looking at this too. Like, we do have bearish divergence and curvature coming down, but it's just not that clean, right? The money flow overall is coming up, right? Money flow overall is coming up. I assume this is the low. Well, no, this is bullish divergence from before the low. So right now, the short curvature does not look as strong as the bullish to me, right? Especially on like the 4 hour. 1 hour, right? 1 hour looks just sideways, right? It looks just kind of sideways. $30-minute. So the 1 hour to 30-minute, the 24 all have the same. No, the 24 is looking a little more bearish. Right? We got bearish divergence coming in, money flows coming out, oscillator momentum waves looking to reset. That could give us something like this, right? Because if you pull this, maybe let's go to the 15. Yep. Right? You pull on the 15, we have that change. And we have a little retest. We did come into supply. We come down. We are back into supply again. Like, it could be, something like that. But it's not pretty enough for me to call it off of this. I'll tell you right now. Because if anything, I like this curvature better. It just looks better, especially because that's how Bitcoin's looking, right? Money flow's coming up. Curvature on the 5, right? It's kind of hard to say we're going to take the low until this shifts on a higher time frame, right? If you're looking for a 15-minute low, an hourly low, and the 5 minutes not saying it's time, like, it's probably not time. Doesn't mean it's not time. It can absolutely be time. But it looks more long to me, right? Let's go to the 12 quick, 12 hour. Let's do this. Look at that. So, in a nutshell, guys, right? Let's just look at it this way. Bearish divergence, bearish curvature. Bullish divergence, bullish curvature. Hidden bullish divergence. Money flow is coming up more aggressively than it is coming out. Right? So we're squeezing, right? We're squeezing. I'm inclined to say, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here. But Bitcoin looks long, and Bitcoin's going long, and my trade's playing out very nicely. I did not take profits yet because it looks so strong. But my stop loss is in profit. This is the rejection zone in theory right here. This is the guy. This is the guy. But it looks like it wants higher, right? This S&P calls for higher, and you can't ignore the higher time frames. So, but we're on the 786 right now. So, but right now, I mean, you kind of have to zoom out. Yeah, the 4 hours bearish externally, internally. The 6 hours bearish, S&P bearish. Rotate back to the high. I think. Let's see. See, this is why you got to zoom out, right? So this is the bearish leg. A lot of liquidity up here. Bullish. SFP of an SFP. Rotate back to the high. Potentially, right? So don't lose sight of that. To me, it just doesn't look like Bitcoin's done yet. It doesn't. But time will tell. So right now, I'd favor the longs. Just not right here. Just not right here. Ando. I haven't heard that name since. Where the fuck has Pollo been? Anybody talk to Pollo? Dude, I've been so fucking busy. I'm a piece of shit, man. I gotta message him. I got so caught up in my own shit. I haven't even talked to him. I haven't messaged him in months. I hope he's okay. I'll message him today. Ando. Bro. What? Look at this fucking range. We just broke out too. Dude, Ando could be onto something special here, Jet. And this could be foreshadowing of what's to come, but I mean, listen, if you get into this zone down here, this long zone, if we can get a little retest, I'm just gonna make it supply or demand. I mean, if you can come down into here and you get that confirmation, that's a really good long to be had, right? You're gonna have a TP here, you're gonna have a TP here, you're gonna have, I would probably skip this one because you did this, and then you got the 786, but like that's one candle. This could be starting something special for Ando, guys. I don't know. Yeah, pickles. Like it's now that we're talking about it, yeah. Like I got to reach out to him, make sure he's good and well. I'm sure he is, but I know he's a busy guy, works a lot, travels a lot. He's buying a house or a condo or something. Um, Last time I talked to him, so I'm sure he's just caught up in some stuff. But I'll miss that guy. We'll check in on him. He's good people. Yeah. See, look at this bullishness. Let's see. Let's go to the 30-minute. Let's go to the hourly. Okay, the hourly's internal. Let's go to the 30. Got if you come down to the into this demand here and you get like a low time frame, oh boy, we're struggling. I'm just going to make it blue. You know, if we come down and you get this on a special time frame, and I say this meaning this is a bullish break in bullish demand, right? You kind of expect it to go higher, right? Because this is a strong low. This is a weak high. This is an expected weak high. So if we get that flip, it's expected to come for it, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, like all this stuff is in the Discord. Um, it's not. I'm not spoon feeding anything to you. You guys got to learn. But you have questions, let's talk about it. I'm not doing a course. I may do some clips here and there just for some basic stuff, so I don't have to repeat myself all the time. But there's enough courses out there I can point you in the right direction. Um, and then once you get a handle on things, we can really dive in. Market structure, smart money concepts. There's candle theories. There's oscillators. There's volume, order flow. I mean, there's so much, and we have people in there that can help you with all of it. So, like I said, just check it out. Check it out. There's no blood, right? No blood to check it out. That's what I'd look for on Ondo. That's so on the daily you do have the candles, yeah, right. So you've got order blocks, but this looks really long. In theory, if we do flip bullish, right, we should be taking the high here at 84 cents, 84 cents. But I mean, if we have any unmitigated supply, it would make sense to kind of come down, and then maybe we shoot for the moon, one fucking candle. Who knows? It's Ondo, but there's areas to take some profits. Especially because there may be areas to, right, if we do this, you may have some pullbacks along the way. You can add to your trade. What a trade. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bitcoin's looking good. I gotta go back to Bitcoin. I'm sorry. I gotta pee so bad. I'll be right back. I gotta piss. Uh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Wait. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do because we had such a strong move up? I'm gonna move my TP to where I originally wanted it. Um, yeah, that's all I got, guys. I think that's it. You guys got anything, or should I just go scoop, do my own thing? And by you guys, I mean whoever's in here. I think there's one person in here, maybe two. Just how I like it. Ain't no way that's it. Appreciate you, Pickles. Yeah, I'm not trying to chill in here for a long time if nobody's in here. I really just speak my piece and carry on, right? Yeah, here's a good one too. That's a good look. Yeah. So let's zoom out. I'll give you guys a quick look at the hourly stuff. You know, if we take this high, we can look for the long here, somewhere in there, some calculated reason. I don't know why you would ever do that. And then let me zoom out. It'll just be easier to see. This entire zone is a short zone, right? There are some higher areas of confluence than others, right? That's for you guys to figure out. No. Here. Pull that guy. And then you can pull this guy from the top. Get up there. Right? Oh, wow, look at that draw. Perfect. This one too. How did he know? Yeah. Besides that, that's it. Waggle that shit, smack that shit. That's it. You guys remember that guy? Where'd he go? I haven't seen that guy in a long time. The golf dude. But anyways, guys, appreciate you. Anybody who stopped by, thank you. Smash the like button. It definitely helps. And hopefully I see you guys in the Discord, right? Don't forget to DM me. Later, guys.